What is that noise?
Dragon noise.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Daryl, the Bearded Dragon with dadsofdragons.com, and welcome to episode number something or other of the Hoard. It'll be written down below if you're really curious. Anyways, looks like it's just me tonight. I've got nobody to do the show with. Well, hello. Who are you?
I'm Lincoln.
Link.
Lightning.
Link Lightning and Griffin Lightning. Link has his own YouTube channel. Started about what, 2 years ago?
Maybe 3.
Maybe 2 years ago. And how many videos you got up?
2.
2. All right. So the production could be a little bit higher there. And Griffin, how many of those videos are you in? 3. You're in 3 of his 2 videos? Nice. Good job.
We did make more than 2.
But they're not uploaded, are they?
No.
No. Anyways, I thought, Father's Day is coming up. Nathan couldn't make it. Seth was busy with work. These guys have wanted to come on the show, so I thought, why not do an episode with my boys? And so they came in today, and they were doing a little bit of VR, and I got just a short, 25-second video of them playing some VR, and then we'll talk a little bit about what they thought of that. So, you guys, you like virtual reality?
Yeah.
Do you?
Cool.
Lincoln, you don't really care much for video games, right?
No, but
Generally, but you like VR a lot, right?
yeah.
What is it you like about VR?
Well, it just makes me feel like I'm actually in the game.
Yeah. And that's more interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't play too much VR, though, do you?
Hey, Dad.
No.
No.
It thinks me that I'm in there.
Okay. It thinks you that you're in there? Yeah, when you're in VR?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys were playing what game? What were you playing today?
Cloudlands.
Cloudlands, the mini golf game?
Yes.
What'd you think of that?
I
It
was
was
playing
pretty fun.
that was the pool one.
The Windlands? Were you playing Windlands? Yeah? You played a bit of that, and Lincoln played some of that too? Mm-hmm. You didn't play Windlands. No, you wanted to, but I wouldn't let you. That's right.
Yeah.
Because it was time to do the show soon. Anyways, Cloudlands though is the new game this week, and you guys both got a chance to try that.
Yeah.
Did you like it, Griffin?
Let's talk on.
Did
Yeah.
you like it?
Did you like Cloudlands? Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't talk into your microphone like that, buddy. Just remember, pretend it's not there. What about you, Lincoln? Was it a good time?
Yeah. It was one of my favorite VR experiences.
Yeah? Can you talk a little bit louder?
One of my favorite VR games.
One of your favorite VR games. Well, that's pretty good. Mind you, a lot of them you don't get to play, right? Because a lot of them are a bit older.
Hey, Dad.
But what's your favorite above all?
I think it's Airlands.
Windlands?
Windlands.
Daddy.
Yes.
I love VR a lot.
You love what?
I love VR
You love VR?
a lot.
Awesome. A lot. Okay.
Not video games.
You do so. You love video games too. Who's your favorite? Who's on your shirt?
Not really a Mario. I like Mario Kart 8.
You like Mario Kart 8?
Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8.
That's your favorite?
Daisy is in there. I like Daisy.
You like Daisy? Okay. Would it be cool if they made a Mario VR game? That would be cool. And in fact, actually, they in Japan they have a Mario VR Kart game. VR Mario Kart. I know Japan gets everything. Well, boys, thanks for coming on the show. Was it a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look at some Cloudlands gameplay. I'm back from whatever I just cut to. And I have Obi with me. Obi, who you may have heard from previous episodes, is our #1 fan and off-camera dude. And I think actually you wrote a
review for the
Review
Adventure Time game.
for
I'm not
Adventure
sure if
Time.
that went live or not.
Probably not, because I'm
No.
absolutely horrible at making things go live. But
It's out there somewhere.
It's somewhere. Yeah, we'll find it. We'll put it up. But anyway, so Obi loves VR, and he decided that he wanted to come on the show, and because originally it was going to be just me tonight, but then my kids showed up, and Obi was here, and it was like, yay! Now I got tons of people to be on the show. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on. So we had you in playing Cloudlands. Let's talk about that one first, right? And get the good one
Out of the way first.
out of the way. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a good,
Good
one or the other
news
one's good.
first.
They're both good, but yeah.
Both good, just
Yeah.
different tastes.
Yeah. So Cloudlands. First of all, let's talk about mini golf. Do you like mini golf?
Mini golf is fun.
You like mini golf?
I enjoy it.
I'm kind of like hit or miss with mini golf, but I do like VR mini golf because they can have courses that are
completely
impossible, and
unrealistic,
yeah, that you
Like
can't
all
do,
the cannons that were in
Yeah.
Cloudlands.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I
added
suppose
an
if they
interesting
really worked on
aspect.
it, they could probably get that in a real course, but
Probably.
it's still cool.
Yeah.
And the things that slide around the course and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and all. I mean, I guess they have the loop-de-loops in real
Yeah,
courses,
but it added an aspect of kind of like almost an art
yeah.
of difficulty. It was
Yeah, it was quite good.
Yeah, it was
and
enjoyable.
I like how in this game, as opposed to real life, when I hit the ball, it rolls straight every time.
Yeah.
Right. So whereas in real life, I hit the ball and it goes everywhere except
where you want
where
it.
you want it to go.
Yeah.
Right. So, but sorry, I heard a noise over there. It's distracting me
It's all
now. How much do you think? Pretend you didn't see that.
See what?
How much would you pay for a game like that?
I don't know, cause I don't know the other prices of VR games great in comparison, but I'd probably pay like $20 for it. There's a lot of course, a lot of varieties. And
Yeah, it does have a build your own course. So I guess
Yeah.
you know, I'd
You
have
were
to
telling
say
me about that. I
if you
didn't check it out,
if
though.
you really like mini golf,
yeah.
then it's a good thing to have because you can create your own courses and basically then sort of almost like an infinite play value, right?
Yeah.
In theory. I mean, honestly, that's why I bought Super Mario Maker, thinking that it's just going to be an endless supply of new Mario levels. But truth be told, you do eventually get tired of
Yeah, making them.
making the same ones, or even just playing them, because there is, eventually they all kind of look the same because you have the same pieces
Yeah.
available to you, right? So, but anyway, it extends the playtime greatly. There's online play, there's single player. I'd seen this game a long time ago on Steam, but it at the time was mixed. I don't know if you said you didn't have a good PC, so you probably don't use Steam. But
No.
when they pull up the game, you can see whether people's opinion is positive, very positive, mixed,
Yeah.
negative, mostly negative, right? And it seemed to bounce around between negative and mixed, so I kind of avoided it.
Yeah.
But I just jumped on right before coming on here to check, and it's now up to, I think, very positive. So they must have put
Yeah.
out an update. I found it was great.
I really liked
as
it.
for mini golf, anyways. I mean, it felt
Yeah.
like playing mini golf. It was awesome.
And
So-
like it was really low key. Like from going in from other VR games, like the music and like the trees blowing,
Yeah.
and just kind of the calming,
You just
relaxing.
get to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
And now I didn't try it out, and I really meant to before we got on here, but it has, I think, local multiplayer where you pass the headset back and forth.
Yeah?
I think.
I'm not sure. I didn't see that option.
I saw a
but
screen that
wasn't
looked
really looking.
it looked like that, because like when you can choose how many players you want and you're not online, that's the only way I can imagine that
Yeah.
would be is pass the headset.
That'd be
And
interesting. A
I
pass and
meant
play in
to say
VR.
we should check that out, but then
We should have.
and things got hectic and it slipped my mind. But maybe I'll have a look at it later.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the other game then. Oh wait, we never did talk about the price. Cloudlands is $22.99. In my opinion, that's a bit high, I think. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is a fairly robust mini golf game, but it's still a mini golf game. That's my thing. So $22.99 for mini golf. Maybe mobile games
Yeah.
have ruined me on that because I'm used to them being free or like $1.99.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, it depends. It's very much a realistic version of mini golf
Yeah.
in that it feels like you're actually playing. So that's cool. All right, let's move on. Paranormal Activity. This was your favorite.
Oh, for sure.
You loved this one. Yeah. So I didn't play very long at all because honestly, I find the more horror games I play in VR, the less I'm able to do them. Right? Like you would think it'd be the opposite, that you'd eventually just get used to them and it would be nothing. But it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like it gets to the point now where like it's almost like a PTSD sort of thing, right? Like as soon as I put it on and I'm like looking around in this barely lit house where none of the lights seem to actually work, all of a sudden I just like freak out. I'm like, there's gonna be something jump out from everything in this game.
That's what I'm sitting there thinking. And then like you hear noises like often the door would shake or like I'd hear bangings and then I'd like turn around and I'd be like, oh my goodness. Or like I'd go into a room and I'd check and I'm like, phew, nothing in here. I'd walk out and a new door's open and I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah. Like doors aren't supposed to open themselves. But I remember when I first got my headset, like one of the games I was most excited to play was called Dread Halls, right? And I thought, it'd be so cool to be in there and like be really, scared, but know that you're safe, right? That's kind of like what the biggest attraction for me in VR for like the 20 years I was waiting for it to actually come out from when I tried it in an arcade. One of the things I most wanted to do was go on something that was really high up because I have a terrible fear of heights, but I wanted to experience heights from the safety of VR, right? Because I'm like, okay, so then I can actually maybe enjoy heights and I can even possibly jump off of them and, do that kind of thing, right? Do the kind of stuff that would be fun to do in real life, except for it would kill you, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But for some reason, it doesn't work the same in horror, right? Like horror just is like it really gets to me in VR, right? Like it doesn't matter that I know I'm safe, right?
That's what happened to me. I'm sitting there and a door opened, so I start telling myself it's just a game. Don't worry, I'm just in a studio and it's just a game. I walked through and there's just all it was a little girl yelled something and ran up the stairs and I just went wobbly at the knees and I just
and that was it, right? And then you were done. And I was done a little bit before that because, so it starts out, you do a little tutorial. I don't know if you had to do the tutorial.
No, I didn't.
They made me do a little tutorial. And then, this part was actually really cool because you're like in an attic and like there's locked doors and stuff and then it tells you how to walk around and how to do stuff and how to select things. And then there's a TV at the end of the attic and once you're done the tutorial, it comes on and it has the game menu on it.
Yeah, that's what
and
I
you
was
go over and you click start and then the TV just shuts off. And I was waiting for a loading screen or something, but there wasn't one.
So I just started.
So then you turn around, and you walk, and there's a door open. You're like, okay, and you walk out, and then you get a short loading screen. But then you're outside, right? And so that was really cool because it was like a seamless. I mean, I guess really, it still had to load when you go out the door, but it was cool that the load didn't happen right as you clicked start, like you were expecting, right? It almost makes it seem like a flawless. Loadless transition right into the game, right? It would have been cooler, I suppose, if when you went through that door, you were like stairs going down into the house or something so that it felt like you were leaving an attic, but...
I was really skeptical about that part because after the TV turned off, I expected to turn around and have like some jump scare into a loading screen or something.
Yeah, well, and that's what I kind of think about horror games, why they're so... Because I kept wondering, I'm like, why is horror so much more effective in VR than it is in movies and stuff like that? And I think it's because of the overuse of a jump scare. Now, whenever I'm in a horror game, like if I hear a noise behind me, I just like tense up and I slowly turn like this and I'll probably take my headphones off and like just to try to lessen it because I know when I turn around, something's going to jump out and scare me. You would think that knowing that means that it's going to, but it doesn't at all.
It's over preparation.
Yeah. It's like my body is just like freaking out and it's like, so half the time when I feel like that's going to happen, like I'll push through maybe one or two of them now, but after a while I'm just like, I can't do this. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack.
But the loading screen, like the screen went off and I'm like, there's gonna be a jump scare behind me. So I start looking for details like a reflection in the TV to see if there's something behind me and then peek around the TV, see if something's gonna jump out. And then I just ended up going into the game.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Yeah. And that's actually something that I do kind of like about this game because, I mean, again, I haven't played much of it, but what I did play, I don't think there were jump scares unless you count the doors jiggling or something like that.
Yeah.
Which could be a jump scare, but it's really more just to set you
It's
on
not
edge,
something like
right?
bang,
Yeah,
popping right in your
so-
face or whatever.
Now, I've played a very little bit of this game, but generally, in most horror games, by the time you've played that much, you've had several jump scares already, right?
Yeah.
Like doors going slam as you walk past them, or something flying off the shelf and breaking, or just some horrible black-eyed, gape-mouthed girl ghoul thing jumping up and screaming in your face, right? So it's nice to not have that happen and to be expecting jump scares and not get them. That's kind of the kind of
adds to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that's where horror needs to start moving now. Is a little bit less with the scary girls right in my face, right? Like let's move away from that and just hint at it, right? In fact, the horror game's probably, for me anyways, more effective if they never actually do a jump scare.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna turn it off if there's too many of them, right? That's just the way it's gonna be with me. So, Paranormal Activity though is $34.99. Again, it's hard to say. Obviously, there's people out there who really love VR horror. I don't understand those people. I don't get it at all because I guess maybe they're just not affected by it, or they just really enjoy being really uncomfortable. Yeah. But it's hard for me to say. I can't honestly say whether it's worth it or not. I can say that the quality of the game is pretty good. Like and to be fair, I mean, when I saw Paranormal Activity, when it showed up in the Oculus store today, I didn't realize it was a full game. I thought it was like one of those 360 video experiences, right? So I don't know how long the game is, right? This is the thing. Like if it's only an hour, then it is absolutely not worth it. But if it's like 4 to 6 hours, and you like being scared to death all the time, it's pretty good, right? Like, it's a pretty explorable world. Mind you, it is kind of glitchy too, we found, right? Like, for you...
key, I couldn't find the key.
Yeah, so when you first start, you're outside outside of a house, and there's a note on the door, and it sounds like the house was for sale or something, and it's not anymore, so the realtor left the key in the usual hiding place, which would be very helpful if you were actually the person and knew where that was, but you're not. You don't know where that is, so you have to go and look for it, right? And I looked everywhere for the stupid thing, and then finally it was in a spot that I'd checked several times already, right? And then when you were playing...
Yeah, you said you saw the key, and then I didn't see it there, so I was checking around, and then you told me to go check back, and then I just started like digging around and trying to just grab anything in that area.
Yeah, and it was
all
actually,
of a sudden the key
was like
just
inside
in
the model for the planter, right?
Yeah,
so
it
you
was
couldn't see it. So when it finally showed up for me, it was just sitting right on top of the dirt. But for you, it wasn't there. You had to actually reach into the dirt to grab it.
It's
so
pretty odd.
Glitches like that are kind of annoying, but they're not game breaking by any means. You still were able to get into the house and go on with the game. Was there another one? I'm trying to remember if there was. I thought there was 2, but
I can't remember any.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But anyways, overall, the quality of the game, aside from the occasional glitch that happened, the quality of the game was quite good.
It was.
And if it's a longer experience for people who love VR, it's probably going to be really satisfying for them. Unfortunately, I'm not likely going to be the person to tell you because I highly doubt I'll be going back into it. We'll see. You can watch the site next week. If I do go back into it and I play enough to write a review, I might do that. But I'm probably the wrong person to review it anyways because I don't even like them anymore. I can't deal with horror games.
But the positive about the way I play horror games is, say it has 4 to 6 hours of gameplay, that'll turn into like a month straight of gameplay for me because I'm so timid. And sneaking, and I pick something up, and I'm like trying to like just see all the little like secrets and stuff that there's to be seen. But then I'm also like super cautious, like the way I'd like open a door and then I'd open it and then I'd walk back and throw something into the room and see if I can trigger the jump scare without me actually going in.
Yeah, it's funny how you like when you went into the room too and the door closed, you're like, no, you gotta leave the door open. And
yeah,
it's just
I don't
funny
know.
It's
like with VR, like most horror games, it's like you're sitting there with a mouse and a keyboard or like a controller and you're just looking at a flat screen.
Yeah.
But with it being in VR, like I found myself more comfortable with the door open. Yeah. So that I could get
just like
a quick escape,
life, right?
or
right. Like if I was really in that house, you know,
it was like the full immersion. Yeah, so it was really good.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. It's just funny that it happens.
Yeah,
right? It just shows how effective VR can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, that's all we've got to look at today. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping by, Obi, and we'll probably have you on again. And I'll be back again next week, and it's a very much a mystery who'll be sitting in the other seat. But
Who knows? Could
thanks
be
for coming,
anybody
Obi.
now.
See you next week.
See ya.